Malam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Dalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरत्विषे नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे प्रपन्न पारिजाताय स्तोत्रवैत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः Hare Krishna. So, welcome all of you in today's session. So, we are studying the fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Transcendental Knowledge, Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. And in this chapter, we have seen first 8 verses. So, as you have been listening to the explanations, so you can see that here Krishna begins by speaking about, how he gave this knowledge to the Vivasvan, and Vivasvan gave it to Manu. So, in the prior section, prior chapter, the discussion was about lust and how lust is an obstacle on the path of Nishkam Karma Yoga, or for that matter, any transcendental yoga. So, from there, where Krishna starts to speak immediately about how he spoke this knowledge to Vivasvan and all, it appears to be very different subject, no, little bit disconnected also. Suddenly it looks like he's speaking some other topic. So what is the explanation? Yeah, anyone would like to answer that? How is this section suddenly coming up here when Krishna was speaking about Nishkam Karma Yoga and yeah, obstacle on the path of Nishkam Karma Yoga and all that? Yes, what is the logical connection between this section and the prior section? Or there is no logical connection? Krishna is speaking whatever he wants to speak. Yes, does anyone remember? What is the connection? No revision? That's why you can't answer. Looks like you have to revise Prabhu's, Mataji's. If you don't revise, no, you will not remember anything. Bhagavad Gita is a short book, just 700 verses. But unless and until you remember the sections, how is one section connected to the next? Even if you can't remember verse by verse, that's okay. I'm not expecting that high standard that every single verse's connection you can remember. But at least sections you should remember. Why this section is coming here? Uh, How is it connected to prior section? This you will have to remember. Then Bhagavad Gita will make sense to you. Otherwise, it will be just one discrete verse. And many people teach also like that. They just teach like every verse is just one discrete verse and you can speak something on that and then move ahead. then speak something on that and move ahead. uh. But we don't want to learn like that. That's not the way Bhagavad Gita is understood, studied. Hmm. So you have to know that why this section is appearing here. Uh, Although the topic was this, and then suddenly he's speaking about, I spoke it to Manu and all that. Uh, So you don't remember? We spoke about it in the beginning. All right, if you don't remember, we'll move ahead. Take the next section, no problem. So Krishna, he starts speaking about his appearances. So we saw the reasons for his appearances. Hmm. And he spoke about few reasons for his appearances. Hmm. Like whenever there is decline of religion, whenever there is r- rise of the religion, then Atmanam Srijami. Uh, Krishna says that I descend myself. Hmm. So this is a, you know, typical purpose characteristic of Krishna's appearance, that in this world, in order to set right this situation, he appears. Hmm. He further speaks about these purposes of his appearance by speaking the next verse also, where he says, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. The sadhus who are feeling great separation from me. So that's one of the primary reasons why I come in this world. And then I also, those who are offenders to the devotees, I destroy them. Vinashaya cha dushkritam. And I teach the religious principles, dharma samsthapanarthaya. So we see that different incarnations of Lord, they teach the dharma principles. So Prabhupada gives that example of 2 plus 2 equal to 4. So that's the basic arithmetic. And it is true irrespective of what level of mathematics is being taught. So similarly, certain incarnations of Lord may teach highest dharma. Certain incarnations may teach a little lower dharma. Uh, some Lord's Shaptavish incarnations like Buddha, he is teaching only ahimsa, quite a basic principle of dharma, right? Uh, so we see that there may be dharma samsthapan, but it also has levels. It is at different levels that the Lord does. Mm. So the purpose of Lord's appearance, the teachings, and also especially the Siddhanta aspect of philosophical conclusions that come out of Lord's Leela may vary depending on different incarnations. But all of them, they do this common task of dharma samsthavana. Hmm. So this also we see that can be applied to Krishna per se and also to the other incarnations. Hmm. So these are what the things Lord accomplishes when he comes in this world. Hmm. But one of the very important purposes now Krishna says in the next verse. So these three verses, 7, 8, and 9, uh, all three of them are speaking the purpose of Lord's incarnation. Uh, So ninth one also. And in fact, ninth one is speaking of very important principle, very important reason why Lord appears in this world. More important than even the prior two. Why does Lord appear in this world? Well, he appears to manifest his janma and karma, uh, so that not only the people who were fortunate enough to witness Lord's Leela, but all the generations ahead, they can also take this. a beautiful Janma karma of the Lord, hear it, understand it, and apply the teachings of the Lord in his life, in one's own life. And thus, such people can also attain the abode of the Lord. So, Krishna, when he appears, that time those who are fortunate are getting benefited. But by the pastimes that Krishna performs and by the teachings that he leaves, so we can see that all the future generations, unlimited number of generations, they become benefited. So, the same idea is expressed also by Kunti Maharani in her prayers, where she says that the real purpose of Lord's appearance is actually that he comes to perform beautiful pastime. Bhavesmin klishyamananam avidya kama karma bhi shravan smaran arthani karishyaniti kechana. She says, what is the real reason of Lord's appearance? So she says that it is actually Lord comes and performs these beautiful pastimes in this world, by which one can hear these pastimes, relish these pastimes, uh, live as per the principles taught in these pastimes by the Lord. And then this way one can attain the lotus feet of the Lord. So you can see that's a benefit which is for, you can say, eternity. Shrinvanti gayanti granantya bhikshnasha smaranti nandanti tave hitam jana tayeva pashyanti achirena tavakam bhava prabaho paramam padambujam. Those who hear the janma and karma of the Lord, shrinvanti, gayanti, grinanti, uh, those who constantly sing, hear, sing, and appreciate wonderful pastimes of the Lord, right? Like this month is their Damodar month. So it's such an opportunity to remember Lord's Janma, Lord's Karma, so many various pastimes. For Krishna, the word karma doesn't mean the way word karma means for us. It basically means his lila. For Krishna, karma means his activities. And Krishna is saying also they are divyam. They are transcendental. They are alaukik. They are very special. Janma karma chame divyam evam yo vetti tatvatah tyatva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sorjuna. Okay. So, who would like to read? Any volunteers for reading the translation? Kshitish Prabhu? Yeah. So you can continue reading till the time I ask you to stop for further verses also. So for now, please read the translation of this verse.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna.
Yeah. So you see, Krishna's Janma and Karma are being said to be transcendental. And knowing them to be the transcendental, how do you know them? Not just theoretically, but tattvataha, uh, in truth, in reality. Uh, Sometimes some people may have some understanding of Krishna Lila, but it may not be tattvataha. Uh, It may be just a very sentimental kind of understanding. Yeah, yeah, we are also devotees of Krishna. From childhood, we worship Krishna. But then they may have a lot of misconceptions. Sometimes you may find some people, they may have some sort of you can say, devotional feelings towards Krishna. Oh, Krishna looks so beautiful. He's like just like my child. Mera lala hai. Uh, but then they have to also know that Krishna is not just an ordinary child. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the love, if they have that love for Krishna, uh, thinking Krishna to be just a beloved object of love, but then if they also have love for material things like that, then it's not a very high standard of devotion. Uh, so just as seeing Krishna, they may feel great surge of emotions, but when they see their own child, then also they feel great surge of emotion. Some other cute child, then also they feel some surge of emotions. Uh, so it's basically that okay, any cute child is producing some surge of emotions. It's not so much the devotion aspect towards Krishna that way. So the point is that's why the sambandha jnana becomes important, because then the sentimental idea that okay, uh, yeah, I mean sometimes people really have very sentimental idea towards Krishna. So those sentimental ideas will be one will be purified of them, and one will know that uh, Krishna is incomparable to anyone like that. Krishna is, I can love Krishna as my child, but Krishna is cannot be compared to any ordinary child. He is extraordinarily, he, he is basically Supreme Personality of Godhead. Huh? So, Divyata, knowing Krishna Janma and Karma to be Divya, and knowing it to be Tattvataha. So, such a person, there is no choice. So avikalpena yogena yujjate natra samshaya. Such person will 100% practice devotional service. That's the meaning of tattvataha. Uh, Try to understand the meaning of tattvataha here. Tattvataha, tattvam asi. This is a famous Upanishadic statement. Uh, Tattvam asi. Uh, So multiple ways you can explain that Tattvamasi, but here Tattvamasi means seeing Krishna, the devotee, through proper scriptural knowledge, says to Krishna, my dear Krishna, you are that supreme personality of Godhead. Tvam tatasi va tat tvamasi. Tvam means you, oh Krishna, you. Tat means the absolute truth, supreme absolute truth. Asi, my dear Krishna, you are the absolute truth. So when somebody says like that, uh, somebody understands like that, that's called Tattvataha understanding. And the barometer for that, the check for that is such a person without choice, he will certainly engage in Lord's devotional service. Otherwise, somebody just knowing about Krishna, somebody does a PhD in Krishna and Krishna's life and all, but then he doesn't practice bhakti. What sort of study, what sort of knowing that is? Is it tattvataha? No, it's not tattvataha. Uh, it will not be considered tattvataha. That is why the word veti has been used. Veti knows. How can somebody just by knowing, it says that he will give up the body and go back home, back to Godhead. सिर्फ नॉलेज से कैसे होता है भाई ये? Just by knowing. So just teach Bhagavad Gita to people and tell them, "Yeah, everybody came to know, so now they are all going back home." No. Veti has to be equated with acharati, one who lives the life like that. That is actually tattvataha understanding. So whenever in scriptures you read such words, no janati, veti, don't think in terms of only theoretical knowledge. Theoretically, if the person knows, oh, Krishna's birth and activities are transcendent. A theoretical knowing is not sufficient. It is good. At least one should know theoretically. But point is, you have to know tattvataha. So that tattvataha aspect has the aspect of practice also. One will, that's what, no? Etam vibhutim yogam cha. Uh, Krishna says that if you understand my spiritual qualities, you understand my vibhutis, meaning my splendor in the material world, you know. So such person, so avikalpena yogena yujjate natra samshaya. He will certainly, mandatorily, such person will connect myself or connect with me through devotional service. ये होगा ही होगा. That way. So that's the level of Veti, uh, or one who knows Krishna means by that. It's not just theoretical knowing. One is living like that, at least striving to live like that. So what happens to such a person? What's the phala? What's the result? Tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti. Such a person uh, giving up his body, deham tyaktva punarjanma naiti. He never ever comes back in this world again. So where does he go? In Brahman? No, mameti. He comes to me. Such a person, he achieves me. So even though somebody may not have that fortune, when Krishna appeared, uh, sometimes people feel, right? Oh, if only I was there when Lord Chaitanya appeared, or Krishna appeared, or uh, Rama appeared, like that. But Krishna is telling, if you take shelter of the knowledge of Krishna consciousness, if you hear about my janma, my karma, if you understand the true nature of those pastimes, and you live accordingly, so you will be able to attain my abode. You don't have to lament that misfortune of not being present when Lord appeared in this world. So you see, this is the great mercy actually. Lord's purpose of his appearance is also to perform these wonderful pastimes, and thus give the subject matter to the devotees to discuss Krishna Katha. Imagine if Krishna would not have performed any pastime only. What would we be doing? No pastimes. Uh, we are celebrating Damodar month, in which we every day sing about that beautiful pastime. Uh, Namamishwaram Sache Danandarupam Lasat Kundalam Go Kule Brajamanam. So if Krishna would not have performed any pastimes only, what you would have discussed? So you see, that's why he comes in this world. And this is the problem with Mayavadis, because they don't accept Krishna and Krishna's pastimes. So they just don't have anything to talk about. A little bit some Brahman they will talk about, but you can't talk about Brahman because Brahman does not have qualities. So what are you going to talk about? It's foolishness to talk about Brahman, because Brahman does not have any qualities. But that's not Krishna. Krishna is full of transcendental qualities. Janma, karma, such beautiful pastimes, right? Iti drak swalila bhi ananda kunde smoghosham nimajjayantam. Krishna is literally drowning the Gokul Vasis in the kunda of Ananda. Like there is Radha Kund, Shama Kund, Ananda Kund. उसमें डुबा रहे by performing iti draksva leela bhi. He is performing such beautiful pastimes, right? It is one of the most beautiful pastimes that Krishna performed in this month. Even other pastimes, so beautiful. Krishna Govardhan Leela, such a fantastic pastime. Even other Leelas like appearance of Shamakund, Radhakund, killing of the Keshi, or killing of Arishtasur, and so many pastimes. Krishna has performed so beautiful. So, what's the purpose of all these pastimes? So that we take them uh, and we absorb ourselves in them and we attain Lord's abode. That's the purpose. That's why he performs it. That's the primary purpose he performs it in this world. Of course, he performs it for his pleasure, but when he's performing that, he also has this in mind, taking the shelter of these pastimes. My devotees will absorb in me and they will come back to my lotus feet. This way. This is that boat that will take us to Krishna. Swayam samuttirya sudustaram dyuman bhavarnavam bhima madhabra saurvada. So the Devatas pray to Mother Devaki's 10th canto, 2nd chapter, that your Krishna, I mean, they're praying to the Lord who is in womb of Mother Devaki. That is Garbhastuti. So they are saying there that actually your lotus feet, Padam Bhoja, uh, that is a nava, that is like a boat which will carry us across this ocean. So, what is that boat? Actually, that boat is nothing but the scriptures, the description of Lord Janma Karma. That's the boat. Uh, Nidhaya Yata Sada Nugraho Bhavan. Uh, The boat is not some, I mean, what's the boat that carries you through this ocean of material existence back to Krishna? You can read that purport. Prabhupada says this boat is nothing but the scriptures, the literatures that have been left by the previous acharyas, by Prabhupada and previous acharyas. That's the boat. You take shelter of it, you practice those principles, you serve the devotees, and then you can go back home, back to Godhead. So that's the purpose. So you can imagine it's such an important verse which is telling us that why does Lord appear in this world? Lord Janma is transcendental, his karma is transcendental, right? Uh, Lord Janma was completely transcendental. How did Krishna appear? And did he appear like an ordinary child? You know, an ordinary child when he comes out of the womb of the mother. Uh, how that whole condition of the child is pathetic. Uh, the whole child is there in that amniotic fluid and blood and all that. And then the child, when he comes out, there's difficulty also for the breathing. And then doctor slaps him on the back. And then the child starts crying. And, you know, yeah. So the point is, in the material world, birth is also a misery in one way, isn't it? Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshanudarshanam. Krishna also says that four problems: Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. Uh, But Krishna's birth appearance was transcendental completely. Krishna appeared in the jail of Kamsa, but what? He appeared in four-handed Vishnu form. Or when he appeared in Vrindavan also, simultaneously Krishna appeared in two places. He appeared on the bed of Yashoda and he also appeared here to Mother Devaki. Hmm. So to Yashoda, Krishna appeared in as a beautiful Sham Sundar boy, two-handed boy. It was like a blue sapphire, so beautiful. Yashoda, for a moment, she felt like, is this my child? Ha- She, very nice Gopal Champu describes. Yashoda felt like this cannot be my child. He's so beautiful. I am not at all beautiful, but he's so beautiful. Is this my child? Uh, but then, obviously, we know that that is Yashoda child only, so her heart flooded with joy. Uh, this way. Yashoda also has a complexion which is blackish bluish. Uh, so Krishna also has, of course, Krishna's complexion is even more attractive. Uh, But then, here on the in the lap of Devaki, we see that Lord appeared as Chaturbhuj Narayana, Vasudev Krishna, and then turned himself into four-handed form, which was a Balaka, four-handed Balaka Vishnu. That must be also interesting, no? Vishnu as a Balaka, four-handed Balak. And then we see that finally two-handed. So you say his birth is completely transcendental. It's unlike the human child, right? Was full born in full glory as Lord Vishnu, and he spoke to Mother Devaki and Vasudev, told them what to do, like that. So it's a completely transcendental birth, not like a human child. And karma, obviously they are transcendental. You take any pastime, Krishna's pastimes are so transcendental, right? When he was only 6 days old, he killed Putana. Just 6 days. I mean, child of 6 days, what can he do? He's so helpless, right? But he killed Putana, such a ferocious demoness, uh, when he was only 6 days old. Similarly, all other asuras, when he was few months old, Shaktasur and Trinavarta and all of them. And just like that, just in play. It's not like he's like Prabhupada would give example of that Atlas. Atlas is one of the figures from the Greek classics. So Atlas was given a curse by which he had to carry the skies on his shoulders. So Atlas बेचारा मर रहा है एकदम. You can see he's carrying that sky. So Prabhupada said Krishna is not carrying Govardhan like that. You know, some trying to help, people trying to help. He's just holding it on left pinky. So I mean, it's just a joyous pastime for him, right? Uh, like that. At one point of time, when he was holding the pastime, and then he looked at Radharani, and Radharani has so much love for Krishna, right? So as soon as Krishna looked at Radharani, because of that love, Krishna started literally becoming ecstatic and shaking, and then that mountain on him also shook. So everybody became so much worried. My God, is Krishna tired or what? So immediately those gopas, they put their sticks also uh, below the Govardhan. uh, and they thought we will also support. So Madhumangal was there. Madhumangal said, Are hatao ye sab kya hai? Remove these sticks, nonsense. You are like scratching. You are scratching Govardhan or what? Take off this. You don't know why Krishna shook. I know the reason. Uh, so Madhumangal always is a very funny. He's Vidushaka, always has very funny explanations and everything. Hmm. So then they said, why do you say? I mean, why is this mountain? Why did it shake? So he told that, see, it shook because previously I was holding the mountain by my Brahma Tej. I am a great Brahmana, Sandipani Muni's son. So I was holding the mountain by my Brahma Tej, my Brahminical power, uh, like that. So I just wanted to show everyone that actually my power is holding Govardhan. So I just little bit took off my power, and that's why it shook. You are thinking Krishna is holding it, but actually I am holding by my Brahma Tej. And then everybody started laughing. Brahma Tej. बोले इसको थोड़ा लड्डू खिलाओ Brahma Tej. So you can see, I mean, Krishna's pastimes are so beautiful. Divya. Any pastime of Krishna. Uh, when he speaks Gita also, then that is also extraordinary. Uh, he speaks just 700 verses, just like that, at the beginning of the battlefield. You have to scratch brains for. thousands of years trying to understand. So many layers of meaning in that Bhagavad Gita. And how did Krishna speak Bhagavad Gita? He just spoke like that. But we see so many meanings, so many layers of meaning. It's such a profound scripture. So on one hand, he is an extraordinary performer of pastimes with great uh, spectrum of emotions. He can please gopis, Radharani. He can please Yashoda. He can please Gopas. He can please Raktak, Patrak, Chitrak, all of them, and he can please even trees and everyone. He just such a wonderful person. And on the other hand, when he speaks Shastra, when he speaks the wisdom, then he speaks such a wisdom that the greatest scholars and transcendentalists also find it unfathomable. Just which he just spoke like that, uh, that way. So janma karma chame divyam. So this is the effect actually. If Krishna's pastimes they are understood, uh, avikalpena yogena, one has to become a devotee. Uh, if one is not, so mostly it is not a tattvata understanding. Uh, or even if it is tattvataha, then we can see that the person, maybe somebody may be misutilizing his free will. But yes, if somebody really hears in parampara and also uh, comes in association, so we see that such a person will certainly feel inspired to take up bhakti, tattvataha. So then such a person understanding Sambandha Videya properly, that's Tattvataha, knowing Krishna to be Supreme Personality of Godhead properly. So he will go back home, back to Godhead at the end of the life. Hmm. Prabhupada, liberation of the living entity from material bondage is not at all easy. The impersonalist and yogis attain liberation only after much trouble and many, many births. Hmm. And even then, there is the risk of returning to the material world. Uh, Somebody may attain Brahman, but Prabhupada says sometimes even then there is a risk of returning to the material world. But the devotee, simply by understanding transcendental nature of body and activities, attains the abode of the Lord after ending this body and does not run the risk of returning to the material world. So that same liberation, uh, I mean, transcending the material existence, it's not that we want to go and merge in Brahman, but liberation in terms of transcending the material existence. The devotee attains with such a joyous process of bhakti, chanting, dancing, feasting, hearing Krishna Katha, glorifying Krishna. Uh, it's such a beautiful process, right? But for impersonalist yogis, it is not that easy. They क्लेशो क्लेशोधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्ता सक्तचेतसाम् avyakta hi gatir dukkham dehavadbhirvapyate. Krishna says in 12th chapter that it's a great klesha on those paths because there is not much positive engagement to the senses. So it becomes very difficult. But that's not how bhakti process is. Prabhupada speaks about that tattvata. The Vedic version tattvam asi is actually applied in this case. Uh, Tat Tvam Asi. Tvam, O Krishna, you, Tat, that Supreme Person. You are the same Supreme Brahman. You are the personality of Godhead. Krishna, you are the Supreme Absolute Truth. So that's Tattvataha, knowing Krishna to be the Supreme Absolute Truth. So such a person, he certainly goes beyond the birth and death. This way. So Prabhupada again speaks about that licking the outer surface of the bottle of honey. Uh, Those who do not understand Lord Krishna's Janma and Karma and they're trying to just study Bhagavad Gita and understand it, it's like trying to lick the outer surface of the bottle of honey. It will not give any benefit, not real taste this way. So in this way, taking shelter of Lord's Leela, Lord's Janma, and following the process of bhakti, many people in the past have perfected their life, Krishna says. Hmm. Many people, they have perfected their life. So he's telling that this is a time-tested process, and so many devotees, they attain perfection. Vitaraga bhaya krodha manmaya mam upashritaha bahavo jnana tapasa puta madhvavamagataha. Yes, Prabhu.
Being freed from attachment, fear, and anger, being fully absorbed in me, and taking refuge in me. Many persons in the past became purified by knowledge of me, and thus they all attained transcendental love for me.
Yeah. So Krishna is telling that how this process is very efficacious, how it has worked for many. Hmm. What Krishna is speaking, that tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti. So he's telling this has been accomplished by many. Uh, Vitaraga bhaya krodha, giving up. Vita word means one who has given up. Uh, So one who has given up raga, attachment, bhaya, fear, krodha, anger, uh, and manmaya mam upashritaha, uh, and becoming fully absorbed in me, taking shelter of me and becoming fully absorbed in me. Many devotees in the past being purified by this jnana, transcendental knowledge, uh, jnana tapasa, this transcendental knowledge. So what did they do? Madbhavamagata. They attained bhava for me. They attained prema for me. Krishna is saying this way. So giving up raga, bhaya, and krodha. Uh, so Prabhupada focuses his commentary, his purport on these three emotions. That how in bhakti we have to get rid of raga, bhaya, krodha. Three emotions. What does raga mean? Attachment. What does bhaya mean? Fear. Krodha, anger. So what is this? So he says, you can see here. hmm, Generally, people who are attached to bodily conception of life are so absorbed in materialism that it is almost impossible for them to understand how the Supreme can be a person. So this is the first category of people uh, which are attached to raga, which are attached to the sense enjoyment, uh, because they basically are so much materialistic that they cannot think beyond matter. They cannot think beyond matter. So they always think, okay, from God, what can we get? Uh, if at all there is God, what can He offer me? Uh, मेरे लिए क्या कर सकते हैं भगवान? Not what I can do for Him. No. So this raga is the material attachment aspect of material attachment. Uh, So some people may come with that attitude to Krishna, where they just want Lord to fulfill their desires. But when they take to the process of bhakti, then they will be purified. Jnana tapasa puta. They will be purified by this, transcendental knowledge that is there available. And then they become the devotees. Hmm. There is another category of people or another category of emotion where what happens? They have fear. Uh, Bhaya. What is this fear? Interesting explanation. Prabhupada says this is the fear of personality. Uh, See, these are the impersonalists actually, those who have fear. Try to understand this. See, impersonalists, because they have, just a minute. See, we are talking about 4.10. There is raga, there is bhaya, and there is krodha. These three emotions. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, we can't see what you are writing, Prabhuji.
Okay. Okay. Again, I will share again. 1 minute. All right. Now you can see, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So you see, Prabhupada is giving very interesting explanation of this rag, bhaya, and krodha. Prabhupada says attachment. So this attachment is fine. You understand attachment. We spoke about it. What is this attachment? This is for material enjoyment, right? They are desiring material enjoyment. So they are not interested in Krishna per se, but they are interested in what Krishna can give them. But when they take up to the process of bhakti, then they are also purified and finally they develop love for Krishna. Bhaya, this fear, who are these people? Actually, these are impersonalist people. Uh, so what is the fear? See, they have seen the material relationships and they have suffered in material relationships so much, and the experience of some people in material relationships or enjoying material facilities and all, it's so frustrating that when they come to spiritual life, they don't want any relationships, they don't want any personality, they don't want any qualities. It may be a little difficult for us to conceive because we don't come from such a background. Uh, but there are some people, because of frustration in the efforts to material enjoyment, no? So they don't want the spiritual life to have any sort of attributes, relationships, nothing. So when they hear about impersonal absolute truth, that there is Shanti, 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 there is no form, no name, no attributes, no smell, no color, no form, nothing. They feel, yeah, this is a wonderful expansion of absolute truth. Uh, So they have developed a fear towards the form, fear towards the relationships. Why? Because their experience of material form, material relationship was very terrible. Uh, So they don't want now any form, any relationships in the spiritual realm. So these are the impersonalists, and that's why they don't want to hear about Krishna's transcendental form, or they don't want to worship it. They don't want to discuss pastimes of the Lord. These are the people who are fearful. Uh, So this is another emotion that one should get rid of. You can see. For such materialistic men, the form of the gigantic material manifestation is supreme. Consequently, they consider the supreme to be impersonal. And because they are too materially absorbed, the conception of retaining the personality after liberation from matter frightens them. Huh? They are fearful. No, they feel like, no, form means misery, form means temporary, form means death, relationships means misery. Huh? So, one people are the attached people, rag. Second are the bhaya. And then third one is krodha, where we see that they become so confused by so many theories about absolute truth. And somebody says, purpose of life is this, and another person says, purpose of life is that. And then even the religious people, they may say, this is the conception of God, that is the conception of God. They see various religions and they just become so bogged down by it. They become angry. Uh, you can see being embarrassed by so many theories and by contradictions of various types of philosophical speculation. They become disgusted or angry and foolishly conclude that there is no supreme cause and that everything is ultimately void. So you can see because of too much of confusion, these people become atheistic or these people become complete skeptics. I'm sorry, skeptics. They just say, well, I don't believe. I don't know whether God exists or not. Agnostic. Uh, there is atheist and there is agnostic. Atheist says there is no God. Agnostic says, I don't know whether he is there or not. We can never know probably. God may be there or he may not be there, but we can't understand anyway. So why bother about him? So these are similar brands only. Uh, so this agnosticism or this sort of skepticism where one feels that, I mean, who is right? Christians say like this, and Hindus say like that, and Muslims say like this. I don't understand. Please spare me from this religious people, my Lord. Sometimes some people go into that zone, right? So that's krodha actually, that disgust or like that. Uh, so even Buddhists are like this, or Jainas are like this. Hmm. At least the ideology is a little bit agnostic. Uh, of course, Jainas do have a good practice. They practice a lot of austerities, but their philosophy is agnostic. You can never know about the Supreme and nature of Supreme this way. So we see that this is a diseased condition. Hmm. See, it's something like somebody has got a disease and he went to 4 or 5 doctors, and because everybody gave a different treatment, so now the person says, oh, he's telling Ayurveda, he's telling this, that, and I don't want any treatment only. I don't believe in treatment. Can the patient say like that? Uh, You have disease. If you don't take a treatment, you will die. So just because so many different treatments are being told, you don't lose the faith in the treatment process. Uh, You work on finding out the right treatment. Who is giving best diagnosis? Who is giving the best medicine? And you practice, you take it. Uh, You can't just say that I am not interested in treatment now. You will die. Similarly, in this world, if we just somebody becoming frustrated by so many different paths and opinions and saying that that's why I became atheist. I don't want God. That is nonsense because one will doom one's life. Hmm. So instead, one should, by careful consideration, and look at the various philosophies, try to understand what they are saying, and find out what is the best, which one feels makes the most sense. That's the way it should be. Hmm. Socrates said, and he said, an unexamined life is not worth living. This is a famous quote by Socrates. Uh, Socrates was a Greek philosopher. So an unexamined life is not worth living. Uh, One has to examine the life. Why am I here? What's the goal of life? Uh, what's the purpose of life? Is it just ahar, nidra, bhaya, maithunam cha? Uh, or is it something beyond that? So this is the point. So this is raga, bhaya, and krodha. So who are krodha? These are the people who are, uh, just a minute. Yeah, these are agnostics, or these are skeptics. So these people, they they just don't want to practice anything. Uh, So Prabhupada is summarizing this. Some people are too materially attached and therefore do not give attention to spiritual life. Hmm? So what is this? Someone, Kshitij, you want to tell, is this raga, bhaya or krodha, this line?
Uh, Prabhuji, some people are too materially attached and therefore do not give attention to spiritual life. This is raga.
Raga, very nice. Some of them want to merge into the supreme spiritual cause. What is this?
Bhaya, fear.
Fear. And some of them disbelieve in everything, being angry at all sorts of spiritual speculation out of hopelessness.
Krodha, Prabhuji.
Krodha. So you understand? So these are the three categories. So these people also, when they take shelter of bhakti process, manmaya mam upashritaha, Krishna says, even these people, they finally develop love for me. Uh, So even in bhakti, if we have any of these tendencies, we should get rid of them. Uh, We should get rid of them. If we have too much attachment for sense enjoyment, so we have to pray to Krishna. We have to engage ourselves nicely in service, read Shastra, understand the nature of mind and attachment, and get rid of that. If we have, sometimes some people have difficulty in coming together in association, dealing with devotees. They have a nature where they just want to be alone. Uh, they don't want to talk to anyone and all. So that's not a good nature for process of bhakti. It's not a good nature. Uh, In bhakti, it's a process of association. So you have to, in fact, I mean, you may not be a, they call gregarious, a person who is socially very, very active. You may not be like that, but at least you are happy to be in association. You are happy to, when a lot of devotees come, you are very happy. And you don't feel like, are kaha, ye, better I go in some room or some forest and I am alone there. So that's a bhaya tendency, that's impersonal tendency. We actually should be delighted when we see devotees, right? So that's the second mentality. So if we have it, we should get rid of that mentality. Uh, by proactively serving devotees, by taking the opportunity to take association. And finally, this krodha, this aspect of becoming frustrated or disgusted because of difference of opinions and all. So same way, we also, in philosophy, sometimes you may not understand some things. So don't become disgusted, don't become uh, angry or anything. Just accept that, okay, Krishna conscious philosophy is very profound. So, some can understand it. They're fortunate people. Let them understand. I'm also trying my best. Whatever I can understand by my intelligence, I will try uh, this way. But whatever you understand or you don't understand, but practice has to be very also good. One should also practice nicely. Mm. But especially these three emotions where we see raga, bhaya, and krodha, we should also get rid of them in bhakti this way. So such people, then finally they will attain the prema. So that's why Prabhupada puts this whole 9 stages of bhakti here, because he's speaking on this word madbhavam. uh, Madbhav matlab prem hota hai. So that's why then Prabhupada is quoting this Bhakti Samit Sindhu. Ado Shraddha Tatha Sadhu Sang Bhajan Kriya. All these 9 processes of 9 stages of devotional service. You will study this in Bhakti Samit Sindhu. I'm sure most of you are aware of it already. So these 9 stages of bhakti. In the prema stage, there is constant engagement in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. So by the slow process of devotional service, under the guidance of the bona fide spiritual master, one can attain the highest stage. Being freed from all material attachments, from the fearfulness of one's individual spiritual personality, and from the frustrations that result in void philosophy. Uh, void philosophy, you understand? Voidists. Whose philosophy is that? Voidism. Yeah, anyone?
Mayavad.
Uh, that's more, Prabhu, impersonalism. Voidism refers to whom?
Buddhist, Prabhuji.
What was that?
Buddhist. Buddhist.
Buddhist, yeah, yes. Voidism refers to Buddhists, Buddhists and also in some ways Jainas because they are also agnostics. So yes, voidism is Buddhism primarily. Hmm. Mayavad is spoken as impersonalism, but voidism is Shunyavad. Uh, Mayavad is impersonalism. Voidism is Shunyavad. That way. So in this way, we see that Krishna is giving the assurance that so many devotees have perfected. Hmm. So text 11. Ye yathamam prapadyante tansthathaiva bhajamyaham mama vartmanuvartante manushya partha sarvashah. Yes. Yes, Prabhu, please read. What happened, Shitish?
I'll continue, Prabhuji.
Okay, Shripadambush wrote it. Yeah.
As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha.
Yeah. So, there are some impersonalists who think that Krishna's Leela is not transcendental, but just material or temporary. And then there are bhaktas who consider Krishna's Janma karma as transcendental, right? So we see that there are different attitudes with which they see Janma and karma. So how does Krishna reciprocate with them? Someone may think Krishna's Janma karma as mythology. Someone may think that this is just some allegorical story. It's just to learn something. And bhaktas may consider Krishna's Janma karma as completely transcendental fact. It's a transcendental fact. So how does Krishna reciprocate with each one of them? That's the next verse. Ye yatha mam prapadyante trans tathaiva bhajamyaham. As people surrender unto me, as they approach me, I also, literally Krishna says, bhajami तान तथैव भजामि अहम. हाँ, मैं भी उनका उसी प्रकार से भजन भजन करता हूं. भजाम में हम. So bhajan karta hu matlab, it's not that Krishna is saying I worship them, but basically he means I also accordingly reward them. I also accordingly reciprocate with them. Mama vartmanu vartante manushah partha sarvashah. In fact, hey Partha, hey Arjuna, everyone follows my path only. Every man is following my path. Now, this is an interesting line. Huh? All the men follow my path. What does that mean? Does it mean all paths lead to same goal? See, what Krishna is saying is, all the men follow my path. He is not saying all paths lead to the same goal. You see, the way Mayavadis translate this line is all paths lead to same goal. But Krishna is not saying like this. We will see the difference. It's a different thing. All men follow my path in all respects. तो इसका अर्थ क्या है? It does not mean all paths lead to same goal. See, tell me, if all paths lead to same goal, why should Krishna even speak Bhagavad Gita, no? It is such a weird proposal to say that yoto mat toto path, all paths lead to same goal. Then why should Krishna speak Bhagavad Gita? You tell me. Is there any need? If you go to some airport and all flights take you to suppose New York, so is there any need to announce also? Is there any need of any announcement? Because any flight you take, it goes to New York only. So you don't need any announcement. You don't need uh, anyone to tell, okay, this flight is this and this flight is taking here, and no, nothing of that sort. It's just one, you can just put one advertisement or rather one board and that's it. Say that all flight take, any flight goes to New York. So this particular line has become a cause of great misunderstanding in Gita's explanation. So we will first understand the first line, then we'll go to the next. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tans tathaiva bhajamya. Krishna says, as you approach me, no, I will also reward you accordingly. So if you consider my body is material, then I will also give you material body. If you consider my Janma karma as transcendental, I will also make your Janma karma as transcendental. Meaning I will give you the transcendental body. And if you think that I am just Brahman, and so I will also give you then the merging in Brahman. How you think about me, I will also think about you in that fashion. This is Krishna's point in the first part. So, who thinks like this that Krishna's body is material? Tell me, anyone? Who approaches like that, thinking that Krishna's form is material and Krishna's body is material? Yeah. Which people are those? Are they yogis? Are they jnanis? Are they devotees? Who are they exactly?
Mudhas, like Papaji says, the mudhas, the ignorant.
The ignorant. Okay. Yes, Dimple, you want to tell?
The Mayavadis.
Mayavadi is very nice. Mayavadis think like this, certainly. Those who are grossly ignorant, they may also think like this, Mudas. So, if they have such attitude towards Krishna, if the Mayavadis think that Krishna's form is Maya, it's made up of temporary earth, water, fire, air, ether like us, so then Krishna also gives Mayavadi the body which is material. This is why Mayavadi can never go beyond the material world. Why? Because he thinks Krishna's form is Maya. So Krishna of a form which is made up of Maya. So Mayavadi continues the transmigration of birth and death. This is how it is. But there is another category called Brahmavadi. They are also impersonalists. But they consider Krishna to be non-different than that Brahman. They say that Krishna is also transcendental, and that same Krishna has this another form called impersonal Brahman that is also transcendental. So we love that impersonal Brahman. We want to merge into it. How about Krishna? Oh, Krishna is transcendental. But they don't want to go to Krishna. So these people, those who approach Krishna like that, considering Krishna, your form is also transcendental and Brahman is also transcendental, but we want Brahman. So what do you think Krishna will award them? Yes, anyone? Who
Brahman only,
wants to
Prabhuji.
answer? Who wants to
That is
answer?
that.
Anyone else? Yes, again. Okay. Yes, Dimple, you can tell.
They also attain Brahman.
What will they attain?
They attain Sayajya Mukti.
Very nice. They will attain Sayuja Mukti. Perfect. So that's right. Because they are not offenders of Krishna. It's just that they are interested in Brahman, but they are not offensive to Krishna. Mayavadi is offensive only because he's considering Krishna's form only to be Maya. To be Maya means, you understand, to be made up of material things. That's called Maya. It's a temporary form. It's a form like our form is temporary, no? Our body is temporary. It will stay for some time and then it will fall apart, destroyed completely. So similarly, they think Krishna's form is also like that. That's called thinking it to be Maya. So Brahmavadis, that's why then Krishna, ye yatha mam prapadyante tanstathaiva bhajamyaham. Because they consider me to be non-different than Brahman and they want to merge in Brahman, so I give them merging in Brahman, in that Brahma Jyoti. And then there are the devotees who think that, oh, Krishna's form is transcendental. Krishna's form is full of these transcendental attributes. Chit Shakti, Chinmaya Deha, Satchidananda Ghana. So what will Krishna do to such a devotee, Sri Padambuj Prabhu? One who thinks that Krishna's body is Satchidananda, how will Krishna reciprocate?
He blesses them with prema bhakti.
Yeah, blesses them with prema bhakti. But what about the body of the devotee?
The body
What?
also, it will be similar to spiritual body. They will be serving Lord.
Similar to, or it will
No,
be
no, a
spiritual?
spiritual body.
Ah,
Spiritual body.
yeah, yeah. Yes, not similar to, it will be spiritual body. So Krishna, if you say that, I mean, as a devotee, if we understand that Krishna's body is transcendental, it is Satchidananda, Krishna will give us Satchidananda body. That's the point. That's his reciprocation. You think that my body is Maya, I will give you the body of Maya. You think that I am non-different than Brahman, I will help you merge in Brahman. Go to Brahman. If you think my form is Satchidananda, I will give you Satchidananda body. Spiritual body to Satchidananda hota hai. It is transcendental. It is spiritual. So that's Krishna's reciprocation, you understand? So as you approach him, accordingly he will reciprocate. So this is why it becomes very, very important to understand the various paths and then, I mean, based on Bhagavad Gita, and then take the right path and have the right conception about Krishna. So this is why many people will worship Krishna, but you have to know how they are approaching Krishna. Because everybody may say, Jai Shri Krishna, Hare Krishna, Jai Radhe, but what's their conception? Are they thinking Krishna to be some temporary form, or are they thinking Krishna to be just Brahman? Are they thinking Krishna to be transcendental Lord? Or are they thinking Krishna to be just a mythological figure? So this is very, very important. That's why the aspect of knowledge is stressed so much by Prabhupada. If you don't have right conception, right knowledge, no, you may be worshipping Krishna, but it will not bear its fruit. It will not bear its fruit. It will take time. So of course, in the process of bhakti, naturally we keep on hearing. So bhakta, the devotee's knowledge will eventually be perfect only. But I'm especially talking about, you may see many people in India or other places also worshipping Krishna, but they may not have the right idea. They may have very wrong idea about Krishna. They may just have some very ordinary kind of understanding towards Krishna. हाँ, कृष्ण मुझे भी बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं, मेरे लाला की याद आती है कृष्ण को देख के. That's okay. I mean, mother should love her Lala very much, but I mean, Krishna's position is there, no special. She has to also know that my child is coming because of karma. Krishna is not coming in this world because of karma. He is coming because of his will, because he wants to perform pastimes in this manner. So that's ye yatha mam prapadyante tans tathaiva bhajamyaham. So even as a devotee, the way we approach Krishna, Krishna will give us the, you can say, reciprocation. If you want to be a sincere devotee, Krishna will send you in sincere association. But if you want to be a wishy-washy devotee, just a, unsteady devotee, uh, not so serious, then Krishna will also keep you in that sort of association only. Uh, he will not, you will just prefer that kind of association who are not very serious devotees, who are just sort of a little bit bhakti, a little bit this, that. You are very eager for association, then Krishna will give you, he will fulfill that desire also. Hmm. If you are eager to remember Krishna, Krishna will give you remembrance. If you are eager to forget him, he will give you forgetfulness. That's how he is. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishto mattah smritirjnanam apohanam. From me comes knowledge and forgetfulness. So whom will he give knowledge and whom will he give forgetfulness? That may be the question, right? Smriti, Jnanam, Apohanam. Three things he is giving. Memory, knowledge, forgetfulness. So whom he will give forgetfulness? One who wants to forget. If you want to forget Krishna, Krishna will give forgetfulness. You might have heard the Shastra and everything, but when Maya tests us, we will not remember anything. We will just fall trap to Maya. Why? Because we are not very sincerely trying to remember Krishna. Hmm. So I'm giving also some application as a devotee in our life of these verses. The context over here is primarily Nishkam Karma Yoga, but as a devotee, also these verses very much apply. Of course, here now it's Bhakti Yoga only that's going on. But my point is, yeah, it's important that in our spiritual life also, even our superiors, even Guru, see, if you take sincere steps towards Guru, you want to eagerly serve, then Guru will give you service. Superior will give you service. But we want to stay in our own comfort zone. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you people do. I'm okay. Then they will find, okay, no problem. You stay like that. Uh, So it's all about reciprocation in this world. Even Krishna is saying that what to speak of devotees and others. You understand? So nobody is to be blamed for our, you could say, lack of advancement or lack of Krishna consciousness. We are only to be blamed because if you take one step, two steps, three steps, Krishna becomes also very enthusiastic to take. Prabhupada would say, if you take one step towards Krishna, Krishna would take 100 steps towards. He is that eager. But at least we have to strive, right? Express to Krishna, my Lord, I want to chant your rounds. I want to read Bhagavad Gita. I want to serve devotees. Uh, please, I'm trying, Krishna. Please give me more opportunity. Uh, please give me more strength. You have to express that to Krishna. Krishna is a personal God. He is not somebody who is just standing there in the altar and that's it. You know, he looks for those prayers from our side as a devotee. Uh, how is this devotee? Is he conscious of me or is he unconscious? He just comes and offers some bhoga, close the altar, Tata bye bye Krishna, leave me alone now for some time. Is it that? Or does he take even the studies as service to me? Uh, job as service to me, everything as service to me. Uh, even before we sit for studies, we can pray to Krishna. We can pray to Radharani, my dear Lord, my dear Radhe. Let this study be for your pleasure. Let me do this for your pleasure as a service to you, because if I do it properly, my duty, then I would become a good example in the society of Krishna consciousness. Uh, so please bless me, my Lord, that I can remember you while doing this service. This is my fight. Arjuna had a war to fight. A student has his own fight, which is studies. A working person has his own fight. Uh, Everybody, each one of us, we have to fight in this world. Our fights may vary depending on what all occupations we have, but it's the same mood. And Krishna will see in our life how much we are willing to involve him in our life. Accordingly, he will also reciprocate. If you are okay, Krishna, you be in your dham, you be in dham, I am here. You are happy there, I am happy here. Bas kya? So then Krishna will say, okay, fine, if this is what you want. Ye yatha mam prapadyante. It's a, I mean, profound principle. But no, if you, uh, this principle is there in terms of association, in terms of mercy, everything. Sometimes we may feel some devotees, they get so much mercy. Why I don't get mercy? But then that devotee must be also very eager. You can see his eagerness in serving, eagerness, wants to take up. So then he gets the mercy also. Uh, we may not be that eager, but mercy we want on us. So we have to also uh, deserve and desire, right? We may just desire, but are we deserving it? So we have to also deserve. So that deserving is in terms of our own eagerness also. So that's how this verse can be understood. Mama vartmanu vartante manushya partha sarvasha. What does this line mean? All men follow my path. Prabhupada says everyone follows my path in all respects. Now this is an interesting thing, right? If everyone is following Krishna's path only, then why should we even preach? Why? Why is there any need to preach then? Because Krishna is only saying in Gita, everyone follows my path. So what does that mean? It's a very profound statement. Krishna says that everyone follows my path means whether you are a devotee or non-devotee, in this world, everything is Krishna's energy. So either you will follow Krishna directly or you will follow Krishna's material energy, but you cannot evade Krishna. Just like somebody who doesn't want to serve the government, he breaks the laws. Such a person who does not want to serve government, he wants to break the laws, ends up serving government in another way. Who wants to tell what is that another way? How does that person end up serving government?
By paying taxes.
By paying taxes, agreed. But I'm saying somebody who is a criminal, who doesn't follow the laws only of the government. The taxpayer is probably a good citizen. But how does a person who breaks the laws of government finally end up serving government only? How is that? He cannot escape it.
Hare Krishna,
Taking,
Prabhuji.
yes, bro.
He's end up in jail.
Very nice. Thank you, bro. He will end up in jail, and serving the jail, he will serve the government. So you cannot escape government. You would have nicely served government. It would have even rewarded you as a great, wonderful citizen. But you broke the laws. You performed, you did committed crimes. So now you are ending up. So you wanted to break away from the influence of government. You wanted to break the laws of government. Did it happen? Yeah, you broke, but then you ended up in jail. So now have you evaded the government? Have you avoided the government? No. You finally are under them only. But now that is such a pathetic state. It is such a shameful condition that you are actually serving the jail and not the government directly. It's an indirect way of serving the government, mm, which is undesirable. So similarly, when Krishna says, Mama Vartmano Vartante Manushya Partha Sarvasha, Krishna says, everyone follows me, either me or my material energy. This is it. But you cannot evade Krishna. Huh? So those who are materialists, they are following Krishna's material energy. Those who are devotees, they are following Krishna's spiritual energy. Huh? Prabhupada would say, you have to dance. You have to dance to the tunes of Maya. So you decide whether you want to dance to the tunes of Yoga Maya or Daivi Maya, or you want to dance to the tunes of Mahamaya. Right? Material nature is also making everyone dance, isn't it? And Lord Chaitanya is also making everyone dance. So better we voluntarily dance for Lord Chaitanya. Otherwise, Maya Devi will make us dance. And Maya Devi's making us dance is not pleasurable. She will make us dance and then she will beat up also. She will give good beating. तो डांस भी करो ऊपर से मार भी खाओ ये क्या है ये? So that's why you can see everyone follows my path. Either they are under my material energy or my spiritual energy. So who can escape me? Krishna is saying. But still, can we say all of them are on equal level? No. One who is serving government, he is appreciated. So similarly, one who is serving Krishna, Krishna's spiritual energy, he is appreciated. He is a good soul. He is a devotee. But one who is serving material nature, forgetting Krishna, such a person is actually like the one who is serving the jail, the criminal. So you cannot escape Krishna and Krishna's energies because he is just everywhere. Everything is under him. So why not voluntarily accept Krishna and Krishna's service? Because that's the glorious life. Why, if somebody becomes a good citizen, it is so wonderful. That citizen may be rewarded by government, right? Why to become a criminal? So similarly, although everybody is serving Krishna, point is, it's not equal service. There's a gradation. And some are in fact displeasing Krishna by that service. And some are pleasing. By serving material nature, it's not that Krishna is very happy. Krishna, yeah, he becomes, he feels compassion, obviously. But he's very happy when somebody takes to devotional service and is reforming, isn't it? So that's the point of saying everyone follows my path. So the point is there is this road towards Krishna. So everybody is on that road, but some may be going backwards instead of going to Krishna. So everyone is on that road. That's what Krishna means to say. You are either under material energy or spiritual energy. So you are under me. But then somebody on that road is going towards Krishna, somebody is going opposite direction, although on the same road. So that's why All paths don't lead to same goal. It depends on what your goal is. If your goal is clear, then all path can lead to the same goal. It is possible because you know the goal. So whether you go like this, or you go like this, or you go like this, or you go like this, you know this is the goal. I want to reach here. So it may happen. Some paths may be detour also. They may not be straightforward. Bhakti is a straightforward path. The other paths may be like little detour, long cuts, long routes. But point is, at least you are aware of the goal. But if you don't know goal only and say all paths lead to same goal, that is bogus. So Prabhupada was highly critical of this philosophy of all paths leading to same goal. Prabhupada said this philosophy has done a great injustice and disservice in understanding of Bhagavad Gita. यतो मत ततो पथ. जो जिसका मत है वैसे पथ होगा. ऐसे नहीं होता है. Logically, Prabhupada would give example. If you take a flight to Delhi, then you reach Delhi. If you take a flight to Mumbai, then you go to Mumbai. ऐसा होता है क्या? कोई भी फ्लाइट ले लो, एक ही जगह जाएगी. ऐसा नहीं होता logically also in this world. You have that ticket, so based on that ticket, it will take you to that destination. Similarly, what is your conception? What is the process that you are following? Based on that, what is the destination will be decided. But that destination will still be under Krishna's control. It will be this universe only, no? Somewhere in this universe where Krishna still controls everything. So in that sense, everyone follows my path. I hope I'm taking some time to make you understand this verse because it's a very important verse. One of the most important verses in Bhagavad Gita. This way. And people have this idea, all paths lead to same goal. You see the translation, many commentators have, the outside commentators have translated like that. But Krishna is not saying like that. So, whether we are following Krishna directly or indirectly, we have to see. We don't want to indirectly follow Krishna by following his material energy. No, we want to directly follow Krishna and directly be under his spiritual energy, like that. So there is Durga, which shows the Trishula. She carries the Trishula. So that shows the Adhyatmik, Adhibhautik, Adhidaivik kleshas, threefold miseries. So that's what she carries. So if we want to be under her, then she will give that threefold misery also. For those jivas who don't want to be devotees of Krishna, they just want to be materialistic people. So then Durga has the Trishul also. But Radharani or Lakshmi, they have this beautiful lotus. So these are divine mothers who are so eager to connect us to Krishna, right? So that's our choice, whether we want uh, this soothing shelter of Lakshmi ji or Radharani, uh, or whether we want Trishul of Durga. So that's our choice. So in this way, nobody can evade Krishna. No one can uh, be outside of Krishna's influence. It is impossible. This way. So even George Harrison in his foreword to Krishna book, he wrote, everyone is looking for Krishna. Some know it, some don't know it. Some people, they are running behind material energy, but actually they have to know that they will be satisfied if they get Krishna. So some know it, some don't know it. They are running behind material energy, but actually what they need is Krishna. Prabhupada, Everyone is searching for Krishna in the different aspects of his manifestations. So somebody is looking for that Brahma Jyoti aspect. Someone is looking this Paramatma aspect. Someone is just looking the material enjoyment, and the devotees are looking for Krishna. So you can see all these are Krishna's manifestations only, no? That's why everybody is following in my respect. In all respect, they're following me. But still, that doesn't mean that each one of them is achieving the same goal. No, these are all different goals. And they are gradation also. Bhaktas are considered to be the highest. Then below that, yogis, and then below that, others, whatever. This way. In the transcendental world also, Krishna reciprocates with his pure devotees in the transcendental attitude, just as the devotees wants him. Devotee wants him. So, ye yathamam prapadyante. Even in the spiritual world, right? If Krishna, I mean, some devotee wants to love Krishna as his master, so then Krishna also loves him as his servant, dasyaras. If some devotee wants Krishna as his friend, sakhya, then Krishna also loves him as a friend. Some devotee wants to have Krishna as his son, so then Krishna reciprocates. And what to speak of someone desiring Krishna to be his beloved? So that is also Krishna reciprocates accordingly. Ye yatha mam prapadyante. This way. So Krishna, depending on what do pure devotees want, he gives that destination. What do Mayavadis want? So accordingly he gives the, I mean, they want Brahman, but because they have misconception, so Krishna gives them the appropriate destination. Impersonalists want to merge in Brahman, Krishna gives them that destination. In this way. This is it. In other words, everyone is dependent for success upon his mercy alone, and all kinds of spiritual processes are but different degrees of success on the same path. So everybody is dependent on his mercy, even the materialistic person. The air that one is breathing, the water that one is drinking, it is not created by materialistic people, no, it is created by God. So they may speak that God doesn't exist, but they are utilizing the resources of God like water, like air, like food. Have they created food? No. But you see, everyone is dependent on his mercy only. So that's why to worship him indirectly, no? If anyway we know that we have to depend on Krishna, so best is declare our dependence on him. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. And that's a very loving, right? It's not like Prabhupada would say, it's not like Krishna is putting a gunpoint on your head and saying, surrender, surrender. Not like that, right? Krishna is just, okay, you want me in your life? I will come. If you don't want, it's okay, you continue. Krishna is feeding even the atheists, even those who deny his existence. Is he allowing them to live or not? He is. But if we serve him, then he is most pleased. So why should we serve Maya? We should actually serve him because he is the most beloved master. He is the most beloved friend. Uh, Krishna himself actually reciprocates with his devotees so wonderfully, right? Krishna wants to serve his devotees, we can imagine. Although he is the one should be served, but he is so eager that he only wants to serve the devotees. So, see, you have to hear about Krishna and Krishna's qualities. If you hear them, then you will fall in love with him. If you don't hear only about it, how are we to develop, love for Krishna? I mean, love for Krishna is a very exalted thing, understandable. But point is, at least we should have an attraction for Krishna's personality, isn't it? That it is so amazing how he behaves with his devotees, what sort of lessons he gives us in our life. And he so unless until you hear about that, so that's why Krishna book, each one of us, I'm sure all of you have read Krishna book, but again, in month like Damodar or like that, we can again read that book, Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's dealings with his devotees. Such a beautiful book Prabhupada wrote, gave the 10th canto summary, this way. So you hear about Krishna, you will develop a lot of attraction for him, a lot of appreciation for him. Mother Rukmini just heard about Krishna, and I mean, of course, we know she is goddess of fortune, but in that Leela, she manifested love for Krishna just by hearing. She never saw Krishna. Uh, Directly, she saw Krishna when he came to kidnap her, at that point only. But she had heard about Krishna from Narad Muni and so many other great devotees that would come to her father's court. So Shrutva Gunan Bhuvana Sundara Shinvatante Nirvishya Karna Vivarai Haratong Rupam Drisham Drashimatartha Khilartha Labam Tvayachyuta Vishati Chittam Apatrapam me. श्रुत्वा गुणान, भगवान के गुणों को सुन के रुक्मिणी जी became so much, I mean, she developed such love for Krishna. That's it. She just gave her heart to Krishna. So it may appear like I'm speaking something beyond my adhikar, but I'm also speaking to myself. We are all devotees of Shri Shri Radha Krishna. So unless and until we hear about their wonderful qualities, so our consciousness not will get permeated. It will be stuck with material things, material, so much of material nature, right? See, material nature कितना bombard करता रहता है उसके signals in outside world. My God, social media, this, that. And they are just bombarding material signals. So we have to bombard ourselves also with Krishna consciousness, bombard like that. Uh, as soon as you get time, open book, read, hear, contemplate, serve devotees, hear from devotees. Very nice. Uh, then Krishna will be happy. Yes, ye yathamam prapadyan. Yes, this is a sincere devotee. I will also bless him to remember me. So that's why direct service of Krishna. We don't want to indirectly serve Krishna through his material energies. No. So that's why Prabhupada quotes this famous verse. Akama sarva kamo va moksha kamo daradhi tivrena bhakti yogena jajet purusham param. Whether one is full of desires, no desires, or desire for liberation, or whatever, one should just worship the Supreme Lord with pure devotion, I mean, with the path of devotional service. That's it. So if this is so, why not everyone takes to the process of bhakti? If this is so, Mama Vartmanu Vartante, Krishna said, no, everybody follows my path only, this way. So everybody should have taken directly Krishna's path, no? Because Krishna is saying, everyone, either you are serving me or you are serving my material energy. So why does everybody not take Krishna directly, knowing this? Still, why they don't take to Krishna directly by practicing bhakti? So Krishna tells the reason why they don't do so. कांक्षन्तः कर्मणां सिद्धिं यजन्त इह देवताः क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा. Yes, Prabhu.
Men Men in this world desire success in fruitive activities and therefore they worship the demigods. Quickly, of course, men get results from fruitive work in this world.
Hmm. So why do they not directly worship Krishna? Because they are desirous of material siddhis, material desires basically. Kangshantaha karmanam siddhim, because they want some material benefit, and Krishna does not give it easily. They want quickly, kshipram. That's why they go to devatas. So Krishna, he does not give material desires that easily. What does he do? He first purifies the heart and then he gives. So this is very interesting way of Krishna. You want big money, lot of money, Krishna, give me money, money, money. So Krishna, first he purifies your heart and then you only don't want money. So when you don't want, then he gives. Because now he knows that you will not misutilize. You will use it in proper Krishna conscious purposes. तो कृष्ण का नेचर ऐसा है कि he does not give that easily. He first purifies the heart and then he may give. He may or may not give, but usually if he purifies the heart and the devotee still desires it, I mean the devotee was desiring intensely and now his heart is pure, so Krishna gives also. Like he gave to Dhruva. So he gave Dhruva the kingdom after Dhruva was purified, and Dhruva was saying that I don't want my lord. Sthana bhilashi tapasi sthitosmi tvam praptavan deva munindra guhyam kacham vichinvan api divya ratnam swamin prithatosmi varam na yache. Uh, Krishna, I mean Vishnu, Dhruva Maharaj is saying, my beloved Lord, I was looking for broken pieces of glasses, kacham vichinvan, but I got Divya Ratnam, I got this beautiful jewel of your darshan. Varam na yacha, I don't want any benediction. I was doing tapasya for that benediction, right? I want a kingdom greater than Brahma, my great grandfather. No, my Lord, I don't want, I don't want any benediction. So now he does not want. And then Krishna said, no, no, no. I mean, Vishnu said, I will give you now. Now you take it. So what's the solution? So the solution is that, we can desire everything for Krishna's service. We, at our level, we may have some material desires, but what we should do is we should always put them as a condition to Krishna. Meaning you can say, Krishna, if it pleases you, please bless me with this facility so that I can serve you properly. I have this material desire with me, but Krishna, if you feel that it is good, then you give me. So at least that much we can put that condition. If we just can't resist expressing to Krishna that I want it, then at least this much we should do. That if it pleases you, if you wish so, my Lord, please, if you wish so, you can give me this. But otherwise, whatever you give, I am happy. And whether Krishna gives it or not, we continue our bhakti sincerely, enthusiastically. If Krishna gives, we are happy and we thank Krishna that thank you, my Lord. Uh, you know, you have fulfilled my desire because I have this material desires. You are like very mercifully, you fulfilled it. But even if Krishna doesn't fulfill, then also we will thank Krishna. Yes, Krishna, this was a material desire. Probably it was not good for me. That's why you didn't give me this way. But this we should do after we have done our responsibility properly. We should not do this without doing the responsibility properly, meaning we never studied for the exam and then we are saying, Krishna, if it pleases you, please give me this. Okay, he didn't give. Yeah, no problem, Krishna. I think it was good for me. You didn't give because of that. But have you done your duty? Did you study? Have you done your part? कृष्णा may do what he wants to do, but आपने अपना पार्ट तो किया ही नहीं. हाँ? तो कृष्णा क्या दे रहे नहीं दे रहे इससे it doesn't prove anything because you have not done your part. हाँ? So after doing our responsibility properly, then we become detached. We say to Krishna, if it pleases you, bless me. If it doesn't, I am ready to accept whatever you give and go on with the service. So this will make our mind very peaceful. And a better standard than that is where we just don't desire only. Uh, we say to Krishna, my dear Lord, I'm trying to prepare for this exam. That's it. I just offer it as service to you. You are the one who know who will give the results. So please do whatever is good for me. Anyway, he will do whatever is good for us. But we can express also, you bestow whatever is good for me. I am going to strive. I am going to put my best effort, but I am happy with whatever you give me. Uh, this way. So we may not even ask something. That's a good standard, not to even ask Krishna. Of course, we can ask for others. If some devotee is sick, then we can pray for that devotee's health to Krishna. Or if some devotee is going through some very difficult situation, we can pray for others. But I'm talking about oneself, especially one's own. But even if you pray, it's not a problem, provided you don't put a condition. Krishna, you must fulfill this. No. If it pleases you. Prabhupada was very sick in the initial years. Prabhupada, when he went to US, so about 1970 or so, he was very sick. And then devotees asked Prabhupada, Prabhupada, you are such a great devotee. If we pray for your health to the Lord, is it okay? Krishna will be very happy to fulfill our prayers because he loves you so much. So Prabhupada initially didn't want them to pray, but they were insisting. So Prabhupada said, okay, you can pray for me, saying, if Krishna, you desire so, please cure our Srila Prabhupada, if it pleases you. So Prabhupada said, you can pray like that. My dear Krishna, if it pleases you, if uh, if you are pleased, if this is what you desire, please cure Srila Prabhupada. Then miraculously Prabhupada recovered also. Then, he lived for many years after that, 8 years, almost 8 years. So this is how a devotee is. Kangshantah karmanam siddhim. But this is not the nature of those who worship demigods. They want quick results. So that's why they go to demigods, because demigods don't see like this. Demigods don't purify you and give. No, you offer something, they'll immediately give. In Kali Yuga, even this becomes difficult because in Kali Yuga, the worship of demigods also is full of faults. Right? They will bring Ganesha and then बेचारे गणेश को 10 दिन के बाद डुबा दोगे पानी में. What sort of process is this? So some of these are concocted procedures, actually not good. If they want to worship, they should worship throughout the year. No? What is this? Just a few days and then you dip him, throw him away. So anyway, what I want to say is in Kali Yuga, for demigods worship, this whole aspect also mm, does not bear its fruits. It's not that easy. That's why in Kali Yuga, best yagya is the Sankirtan yagya. Best process is, the worship, devotional service, the worship of Lord. Uh, So because people want quick results, Krishna says that they don't directly come to me. And they would go to devatas. Prabhupada would say devatas are like shopkeepers. If a child goes to a shopkeeper and asks for a chocolate, so will shopkeeper say that, अरे नहीं तुमको क्यों chocolate चाहिए? नहीं, if the child gives the money, तुरंत वो पैसे दे, वो देख के दे देगा. वो नहीं बोलेगा कि दांत दिखाओ मुझे, show me your teeth. सो कीड़, दांत जो है उसमें अगर कीड़ लगी है, if the child has some problem with his gums or like that, it's these are not the things shopkeeper is going to see, right? You have money, take this chocolate, run. But if the child goes to mother or father, then they know, oh, he wants chocolate, but इसने पूरे दांत सड़ा दिए खुद के chocolate खा खा के. So we are not going to give. No chocolate. नहीं चलेगा. Huh? That way. Anyway, as Vaishnavas, we don't eat chocolate. I mean, we avoid. So all of you, yeah, basically the example I'm giving for outsiders more. So anyway, what I want to say is Devatas behave like shopkeepers, and Krishna behaves like father or mother who is genuinely interested in your welfare. For Devatas, it's not like that. If you do that Anushthan, they will give. They don't worry whether this particular benediction will make that person proud or something like that. They don't worry. You see, these demons, they go to the Devatas and they just get all their benedictions. So Devata does not worry, अरे ये कैसे use करेगा करके इसको. Krishna is not like that. Krishna sees how is this good for that person? Is this good for my devotee? If it is not good, Krishna will not give. If it is good, he will give. If one is too much insistent, then he will purify him and then give. So this is the way Krishna acts in this world. So Lord is telling, why do they don't directly come to me? Because they go to fulfill their material desires. So this can refer even to a powerful man or demigod in this world. I mean, it can refer to even politicians and such people whom people worship like demigods practically, right? And this way. Anthropomorphism or zoomorphism, meaning you basically worship some human like God. You worship a human like in South India, they worship the film stars. There are temples of some of the famous film stars. So that is anthropomorphism, this way. Or sometimes some animal being worshipped also as God. That would be zoomorphism. And these terms, I am telling you what's the meaning of these terms. किसी मनुष्य की पूजा करना देव मतलब as supreme lord, that would be anthropomorphism. It's a philosophical idea. Prabhupada uses that in Bhagavatam also. Basically, when you see God and I mean the human traits when you project in God, that's called anthropomorphism technically. जैसे हमारे कितने हाथ है तो दो हाथ है तो भगवान के भी दो हाथ दिखा दिए. So that they say is anthropomorphism. You are just projecting human qualities on God. So when we show Krishna in Western world, they will say you are anthropomorphic. You are depicting God just like human because you have experience of human, so you are depicting God like that. But it's not like we are anthropomorphic. That's the actual form of the Lord. From scriptures, we are describing it. Krishna actually has two hands and he has a complexion like that. So we are not anthropomorphic. We are actually showing the authentic description of Shastras. And zoomorphic means you are showing God as animal. So when you show Varaha, when you show Meena, they say you are being zoomorphic. But we are not being zoomorphic. These are actual authentic forms of Godhead explained in scripture, and we are just depicting them. So I hope now you understand those terms. Yes. So this is it. Demigods or the worldly politicians, worshipping them. People, why do worship? Because they want quick material desires. This way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this section in just these 2-3 verses and then stop here in 5 minutes because yeah, then the next section, this will go very fast from 15 to all the way up to 42 will be finished in the next session because these verses don't have much purport. Some of them only have. So what I'm going to do is I'll just finish this Also, this is also very powerful verse, but yeah, I mean, you have heard these ideas now before. So let's finish this. Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam gunakarma vibhagasha tasya kartaram apimam vidya kartaram avyayam. Yes, Prabhu.
According to the three modes of material nature and the work associated with them, the four divisions of human society are created by me. And although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am yet the non doer, being unchangeable.
Thank you, Prabhu. So, so we see so many paths, right? I mean, Krishna is reciprocating with very different paths in different way, huh? Like that. So why so many paths? Why so many approaches? Huh? Krishna says that's because people are in different varnas. That's why. Uh, why so many paths for worshipping Devata, worshipping Brahman, worshipping Krishna, Paramatma? So many things, right? One may ask that question. So Krishna answers that question in the next verse, which is this 13th, that this is because Chaturvarnyam, in this world you will find people in four varnas and four ashramas. So this is practically, this whole system is created by me only. From time, eternity, he says that these varnas are there. I just create them in the beginning of creation. Uh, Chaturvarnyam. Uh, because people are in different varnas and ashramas, so there are different paths. And although I create this system of varnashrama dharma, but you remember that I am not into any varnashrama. I am beyond varnashrama. I am the Supreme Lord. Uh, you don't think that I am also part of this or anything like that. No. So what are the four varnas? Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. What are the four ashramas? Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas. You know these things, right? So among them, Brahmanas are in mode of goodness, Kshatriyas are in mode of passion, Vaishyas are in mode of passion, but after passion, the next one is ignorance. For Kshatriyas, after passion, the next is goodness. And finally, Shudras, they are in mode of ignorance. So you can see this is also depicted here in the PPT. Uh, you can see Brahmana's mode of goodness, Kshatriya's mode of passion, Vaishya's mixed mode of passion and ignorance, Shudra's mode of ignorance. So because they are all in different modes, so naturally they take to the different paths. Krishna is telling that. They tend to take to the different paths because they are in modes, right? Somebody in goodness would like a certain food, certain clothing, certain kind of lifestyle. Somebody in passion would like another kind of food, another kind of clothing, another kind of path. Similarly, Vaishya, similarly, Shudra, right? So Krishna has created various paths because of different people in different modes. But then the best path is bhakti. It's the easiest. So whether one is in any mode, if he takes to bhakti process, one can make wonderful advancement. So Krishna here is telling that these four varnas and ashramas are based on guna karma. They're not based on birth. All of you know, treating a brahmana or kshatriya based on birth has caused a lot of disservice in India. Caste system, they call it. So this caste system became such a trouble. The higher castes, they abused the lower castes in terrible ways. And that's why then there was so much of revolution. And now if you speak about Varnashram or Manusmriti, people are extremely critical, extremely critical. They think like we want to bring back that caste system and the torture of the depressed, I mean, the lower classes people. But actually, Krishna has not made the system in something like that, right? Guna karma. What are your qualities and what is your occupation? Based on that, if you have qualities of a Brahmana and you are working as a doing the task of Brahmana, then you are a Brahmana. If you have qualities of Vaishya, you have occupation of Vaishya, then you may be born as a Brahmana, but you will be seen as Vaishya. Huh? You understand? So it's based on Guna Karma. Guna shows your nature. ब्राह्मणा के क्या गुण होते हैं, क्षत्रिय के क्या गुण होते हैं, and karma shows the competence. So guna shows character, karma shows competence. These two pillars, character and competence. So you have to be brahminical, and you also have to have brahminical occupation. Otherwise, suppose some Vaishya quality are of Vaishya and he has brahminical occupation of some teaching or something, तो वो तो टीचिंग में भी वो क्या करेगा, वो तो उधर भी कुछ बिजनेस डाल देगा. So that's not good. Similarly, if a kshatriya is there, so his occupation is kshatriya, but his qualities are of brahmana, तो फिर वो it's not a good combination. वो तो नॉन वायलेंट बोलेगा मारो सब मारो. So guna and karma both should match. Gunas are qualities, karma is occupations. So Krishna is saying that I have created this, and if based on this a person has a certain mode or like that, then we see that different paths are recommended for different people in that way. We'll have this discussion more in the next section also. Uh, Finally, नमाम कर्माणि लिम्पन्ति न मे कर्म फले स्पृहा इति माम यो भी जानाति कर्मभिर्न सबध्यते. Yes, Prabhu.
There is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. One who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled in the fruitive reactions of work.
Yeah. So I have created this varnashrama system and everything, but these karmas, these varnashramas duties and all, I am beyond them. Know that I am the creator, so that's why I'm transcendental to them. So these karmas never ever touch me. I don't have any desire for any karma phala. I remain the transcendental Lord. In fact, one who knows this nature of mine, that the karma can never touch me, that person also is never touched by karma. So there are some philosophies like Jainas and all who think that Krishna also suffered because of his karma. Krishna had to give up his body because of the karma that he did. Directly, Krishna is, you can say, smashing that idea over here. Namam karmani limpanti. Name karma phalespra. These karmas can never touch me. Krishna is, he is the maker of the system. So he is the transcendental Lord to this system. So one who knows that Krishna is beyond all karma, such a person also becomes transcendental to karma. It's amazing, you can see. So to think that Krishna is also within the karma cycle is such an offensive kind of attitude. Like that. So that's why it's not at all good. Many kathakars also sometimes they speak some rubbish like this, where they feel like Krishna also, it happened because of the Krishna's life, this happened, that happened. So these guys, they don't know Krishna Tattva, and they are trying to analyze Krishna Leela. This is the problem in India, especially. Without understanding Krishna Tattva, they want to explain Krishna Leela. Prabhupada was extremely critical of this. First, we have to understand Krishna's position. Then you try to understand his Leela. So this is Krishna's position. He is beyond all karma. He's never touched by any karma this way. So that's why Krishna is beyond. He is not partial. He remains transcendental. एवं ज्ञात्वा कृतं कर्म पूर्वैरपि मुमुक्षुभिः कुरु कर्मैव तस्मात् त्वं पूर्वैः पूर्वतरं कृतम्. Yes, Prabhu.
All the
Last one.
liberating souls, all the liberated souls in ancient times acted with this understanding of my transcendental nature. Therefore, you should perform your duty following in their footsteps.
Yeah. So he is now bringing back the topic. Having spoken all these wonderful truths from the text 1 all the way up to text 14, here is Krishna coming back to the original topic. So knowing this transcendental nature of mind, many people in the past who are desirers of moksha, mumukshus, they have acted by following Nishkama Karma Yoga. Here he comes back to Nishkam Karma Yoga. So they have acted in Nishkam Karma Yoga. You also act like that. Kuru Karmaiva Tasmat. That's why, Arjuna, you also should act in Nishkam Karma Yoga and you should go ahead. So now you can see that uh, basically Arjuna, Krishna will bring him back to that point of following Nishkam Karma Yoga. This way. So Prabhupada speaks about two classes of men. One who is not had antakaran shuddhi yet, purification of heart, so they should perform the Nishkam Karma Yoga, and some who are completely free in their heart. So Prabhupada says, instead of performing Nishkam Karma Yoga, you can perform Krishna consciousness, whether your heart is pure or whether your heart is contaminated. In either case, Krishna consciousness will take you to perfection. It will purify the heart and slowly, it will bestow the love of Godhead, right? In Nishkam Karma Yoga, your heart becomes purified, then you want to follow the path of Jnana Yoga, or you may want to continue. But Krishna Bhakti is even higher process than that. So Prabhupada just connects it to Krishna consciousness as the best process, as the best option over even Nishkam Karma Yoga. So foolish persons or neophytes in Krishna consciousness often want to retire from activities without having knowledge of Krishna consciousness. So we don't have to retire, but we should use everything in Krishna's service. We may give less time for material duties, but we never retire in the sense we don't become inactive. We are always active in serving Krishna. So Krishna is bringing back Arjuna to that track. All right. Thank you very much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this was a very important section of verses, and that's why I elaborated. Now what I'm going to do is, in the next session, we will complete this chapter, because from text 15 to text 24, we'll just finish in 15 minutes or so, maybe 10-15 minutes, not much. Then rest of 26 and 25 to 42, there some discussion is there that we will do and try to finish this chapter in the next session. Okay, let's see. Thank you. Are there any questions
Thank you so
before
much,
we
Prabhu.
part of?
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So for those of you who need to leave, please go ahead. If you have a question, you can ask. Yes, Dimple, please ask. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Is that Madhav?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Yes,
Pranam,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna. Pranam, pranam.
So, Prabhuji, I have one question.
Yeah.
Why should we not sing Ganesha in
Why
water?
should we not
Why should we not sing Ganesha?
sink Ganesha? Okay. See, basically, that whole process, no, of worshipping Ganesha by keeping for only 10 days, it's not a very bona fide process, Prabhu. It was devised by a person named Lokmanya Tilak. Uh, he was the one who popularized that process. Uh, you know, if you want, I mean, if somebody worships Devata also, there should be Nitya Upasana. It should be a daily worship. It's not like you worship for only 5 days or 10 days and then submerge. So it's a process which is not exactly based on Shastra. Uh, it's a process which is a little concocted process. And why Tilak did that, there are some historical reasons for that. Lokmanya ji, he comes from Pune only, the place where we all, yeah, I'm from the same place. So there were reasons for that. He just wanted to unite national people for that. So Madhav, see, Lord means he should be worshipped, regularly throughout the year, and not just for few days. That's not a good standard. So Ganesh ji is he's a deva. He is not Supreme Lord. He is servant of Krishna. So if at all we are worshipping him uh, by keeping Krishna and we are worshipping him as servant of Krishna, why should that worship be only for 10 days? And then after that you throw him away in the water. Uh, it's not a very proper process. It's not a good way of doing that. So that's why, Prabhu, we should not sink him. Uh, Best is if at all at our home some Ganapati is there, so that Ganapati, it can be worshipped as servant of Krishna. Whatever bhoga you offer to Krishna, show that to Ganapati, and he will be very, very happy to receive Mahaprasad of Krishna. So that's how it is.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Anyway, those of you who are parents, so you can see that whatever is the norm over there in the congregation, you can just do it in a mature manner because the principle came, so I spoke straightforward in that manner because a lot of things are concocted actually in worship of devatas and all. So as Vaishnavas, we should respect the devatas also properly, but that doesn't mean, I mean, that doesn't mean we have to worship them, but it doesn't mean also that we should adopt some concocted worships and all. Not needed that way. Okay. Hare Krishna. Is there anything else from anyone? All right. I hope the discussion was relevant and you understood these verses in some depth.
Thank you,
Okay.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Srila. All right. Let's stop. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.